Well, it took some effort, but the pieces I need to remove actually worked out fairly well because I didn't want to remove the whole fan cage assembly, um, so I could potentially mount some fans once I figure out how everything's going. I was able to get rid of the power supply cage for the redundant power supplies, but now I have a problem, which is this thing's probably full of metal shards still that I can't see. So what I have here is a rare earth magnet out of an old iMac, one of the white ones that had core duos. Yeah, core duos in them. Sounds weird saying it, but core duos. And I'm just going to kind of rub it along here with this paper towel. I could use a plastic bag, but I figured a paper towel would be a little smoother and it would pick up stuff that the magnet couldn't. And I can't really... There's not too many metal shards. So actually maybe kind of holding it on its edge over the floor in my warehouse and just slapping it really hard worked pretty good. I don't know. Paper towel might tear through. We'll see. If I don't pick up... Oh, yeah, paper towel tore. If I don't pick anything up that's too crazy, I assume I can get my magnet back. I may just wipe this down with some rubbing alcohol. It's stuck. Oop. Trying to think how big this magnet is. I think this is a 1/2 inch square. And yeah, it has some pulling strength to it. Yeah. Well, I might have to figure out how to get that off. I'll have to find a strip of plastic or something. Maybe a card I don't care about. Let's see if I have any cards in my wallet that I don't care about. Here we go. If you want my Hy-Vee Fuel Savers number, I'm sorry, it's not on here. Huh. Also, I need a new Hy-Vee Fuel Savers card because it's broken. There we go. There's some metal fragments on there, I guess. I might have to find something different to get the metal fragments off of the chassis. Let's see here. I don't think I'm going to be strong enough to control that magnet, but the smaller one on it, just kind of running along edges where stuff might collect. It's not going to focus because of the zoom it's at right now, but actually looks like it turned out pretty clean. So yeah, I think I'm just going to wipe it down with a paper towel with some rubbing alcohol, clean everything up. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll be back. Well, short of blowing it out with compressed air, I think I've done everything I can. I wiped it down with 2 paper towels, found a bigger magnet, which didn't really seem to help any. The question is, now that I have this a little closer to where it needs to be, how are the parts I have in mind going to fit? Just realized I need to remove this. Do not need the original mounting bracket for this because, well, it's probably not going to be useful. Although we will hold on to it just in case. So I kind of want this to go right here. Interesting. Now I got drill holes. With a lot of this stuff, what I may end up doing, no, that's why you're not going in there, is I'm contemplating just double-sided tape holding it down. I mean, it's a server. It's going to vibrate, but it's not going to go anywhere. Like, if it goes anywhere, it's going to be from my rack to my desk. I want to work on it. But otherwise, like with the motherboard tray, I could always hot glue that down. I could also drill holes in the bottom of the case, but then I have to find screws that'll work, that will allow me to still use this where I want it to be in the rack. Wow, that fits a lot better than I thought it would. So I think this might go there like that. is the plan. This does not have any SATA power connectors, which may or may not be a problem. We'll find out. I have a bunch of 4-pin dual SATA power connectors I want to use though, so that'll work out nicely is the theory. So this, I go in here like this somehow. Let's see here. I think that'll be too close to the back. I need this to have enough space to clear the SATA cables though as well is the problem. What happens if I spin you around? Got an obstruction. I'm going to have to take out that back pin if I want this to fit. Oops, let's see. So this will go like this, and this is why I did not cut the hole yet for the network jack. So I think I'm going to do a few things real quick off camera. Alright, so I removed that pin that was in my way, and I've grabbed some fans. So the first question will be, how will this line up now? No, that's still going to be a problem. I do not want to have to remove these CPU heatsink mounting screws because I think they're going to be a huge pain to remove, in all honesty. But at the same time, I need enough clearance for SATA cables and the network jack. Obviously that's not going to help any, but if we spin it around. Yeah, those darn CPU's screw down points just in the way. Because it'll fit this way, but the problem is, oops, motherboard goes this way. Oops. Problem is lining up the motherboard for starters. I'm gonna have to have the cables go all the way from the back, all the way around to the front, and that might be a little bit of a reach. I might have some cables long enough. Boy, that's gonna be interesting. Really be nice if those CPU screw down points weren't in my way. Also, let's see, I believe this is a 60mm fan based on the part number. At least that's what it kind of leads to indicate. What I want to see, I already know these will fit from a height standpoint. Yeah, there with that screw. But I do not know about screw holes. I guess really though, I don't care. So if I have it dangling by one screw and I have it tightened down enough, I mean, it's gonna stay there. It'll probably vibrate. But yeah, not quite wide enough. I almost wonder if an 80mm would fit in there. But I mean, I could just do it really screwy and I could have the fan dangling by a single screw, I think. Let's see if we can get the thread in properly. I might have to widen those holes. I don't know. Oh no, that'll work. 2 screws. Who needs 2 screws? That's just how the server salespeople get you. So I'm thinking if I can find a couple of these 60mm fans, probably spread them out along the front. Hopefully they won't be too noisy. Not that I guess it really matters. This orientation will work. I think, well, the 4-pin will hit the point all day long. Oh yeah, same with 24. So I think we'll do the power supply cable for that there. The 4-pin, which is actually an 8-pin on this. It's gonna be really annoying. Oh man, hanging over the edge. Have to figure out how to route that. I do something like that. The SATA cables are route around. I'll have to make sure I keep these nice and clean. But I think that actually might be a good plan. And then these drive bays will have drives in them. This is not going to make repair any easier, unfortunately, than my other server. It's just, I want something that's rack mounted. I like a rack mount on rails better than screwed into the rack on basically a shelf. So I think that's where we're going to end up going with, though. Yeah. I think we got a pretty good plan here. It's going to make the network cable interesting. So this isn't long enough, but basically we'll have it going out and somewhere towards the back. Really, there's probably no reason for me to cut holes, but this will mount nicer if I screw it down with this little faceplate I printed. And then, yeah. I don't think, I'm not using this correctly because it didn't work out, but I don't think there's enough, ooh, there might be enough clearance, although there's no way to mount it. Yeah, what I'm going to end up having to do is cutting out some of the holes in the back here, or could just be lazy. I could double-sided tape this right on top of the power supply. I don't know, that'll be for the next video. We'll see what happens here. I need to hunt down some parts and come down up with a plan. The other issue I have is I don't have enough height for expansion cards. I don't have any right angle adapters that'll probably work in this either. So I'm stuck with doing 5 2TB drives and 1 boot drive, unless I can find a different motherboard with a low profile heatsink that has 8 SATA ports, which would be the ideal, because then I can put all the drives in here, including the boot drive, and have everything nice and neat. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and thanks for watching.